Hi, I'm Brian with Hanning Law Limited, attorney for businesses and creators. And today I want to talk to you about the international class and identification of a trademark application. Now, as a first step, the trademark is an identification of the source of goods and services. So it's identifying the company as a consumer protection piece. And in doing so, there's the recognition that there are certain words and phrases and ideas that are good for a lot of different types of businesses. Premier, acceleration, awesomeness, etc. And because of that, we want to protect and allow for different companies to use similar identifications because they have different clients and there's a reasonable situation where a client looking for, copper wiring is not going to get misled to trying to buy that copper wiring from a dog training company. There is this structure that allows for different companies to use similar names while also allowing companies to have protection over their names. And that structure is the international class. The international classes are 45 different categories agreed to under the Nice Agreement. It is 45 goods and services as giant overarching categories. So metal, fabric, clothing, medical devices are all examples of different classes under goods. For services, it is things like professional services, business services, computer services as different types of classes. In other words, what you're filing your application for is your name, logo, or slogan covering the specific types of goods that you offer. So if you're a copper wiring company, you are Premier Copper under metal as your trademark, perhaps. And in doing that, you're filing one application fee, because we're only going through that one international class to make sure you are set. But that overarching class is quite broad, right? It's copper filing in metal. Yes. Which is why we also have the US identification system, which is a much larger database of different descriptors. Copper pipe, copper wire, copper, etc. Copper fittings, those kinds of things that you more specifically do. Now, depending on what you do, you may have a more or less specific US identification. And what we're really looking for is that thing or things that most fully describe your business without necessarily needing your elevator pitch, right? Without needing the way you describe yourself to the public. We're looking at, like I was talking about, we offer copper in these different ways, so we're going to select the different ways. And with that, we have a two-stage set of identifications where once you get registered, you have protection for your name, logo, trademark over the goods and services that you've identified in your application. So someone who does a metal international class may have very little protection from a professional service company using a similar name. Now, that's not always true. It depends on so many factors, but the basis and connective tissue of your name and trademark is to how you do business. And that is what these identification pieces are providing. With all of that, good luck, and I'll talk to you all next week.